Have you ever wondered why the most successful people aren't always the smartest or most talented? Here's a mind-blowing secret. They've mastered something that most of us struggle with every single day: the power of patience. Hey fam, before you hit that skip button, we live in a world that tells us faster is always better. Get results now, achieve your dreams today. But what if I told you that some of the greatest successes, the most fulfilling journeys, are rooted in something much quieter? This power isn't about rushing. It's about waiting well. It's about patience. Patience isn't passive. It's not about sitting on your hands and hoping for the best. True patience is an active choice. It's about trusting the process. It's about knowing that even when things are difficult, there's purpose in the waiting. Think of a gardener. They carefully plant a seed, water it, and give it sunlight. They don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. They know that growth takes time. In the same way, we need to approach our lives, our goals, and even our challenges with that same patient expectation. Patience is the fertile ground where our dreams blossom. It's the quiet strength that helps us weather storms. It's not the absence of progress, but the understanding that some things simply take time. And in that time, we grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. If you're enjoying this journey into the power of patience, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights. If you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button. Ready for the next chapter? Let's dive in. Today, everything is instant. We have fast food, fast internet, even fast fashion. It's no wonder we struggle with patience. We've been conditioned to expect immediate results. But this constant need for speed can be a trap, leaving us feeling stressed, empty, and dissatisfied. When we give in to the urgency trap, we start to see waiting as a failure. We get frustrated when things don't happen on our timetable. But God often works on a different schedule than we do. He's more interested in our growth than our comfort. Think about it. A cake baked in a microwave might be ready quickly, but it often lacks the depth of flavor and texture of one slowly baked in the oven. The same principle applies to our lives. Rushing through life robs us of the joy found in the journey. It prevents us from learning valuable lessons along the way, and it can lead us to make hasty decisions that we later regret. Instead of constantly seeking the fast lane, let's embrace the beauty of a slower, more intentional pace. The Bible is filled with stories of men and women who learned the power of patience. Abraham waited decades for the promised son. Joseph endured betrayal and imprisonment before rising to power. David, anointed young, fled from Saul before becoming king. These stories remind us that God's timing is perfect. Waiting on the Lord is active trust. It's about seeking His guidance and believing He works for our good. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart." This verse calls us to be strong and courageous as we wait. Our strength comes from the Lord, and waiting tests and refines our faith. The Bible's stories show that patience yields incredible rewards. They invite us to embrace the journey, knowing God is with us every step. What's fascinating is that modern research supports what the Bible has been saying for centuries. Patience is good for us. Studies show that patient people tend to be healthier, happier, and more successful in their relationships and careers. They are better at managing stress, making thoughtful decisions, and persevering through challenges. They are also more empathetic and forgiving, qualities that are essential for building strong connections with others. One study found that children who were able to delay gratification, choosing to wait for a larger reward later instead of taking a smaller reward immediately, were more likely to succeed in school, have healthier relationships, and make healthier choices as adults. This tells us that patience is like a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And just like physical exercise, developing patience takes time and effort, but the rewards are well worth it. So, how do we cultivate patience in a world obsessed with instant gratification? It starts with small, intentional choices. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to the present moment. When you feel impatient, take a few deep breaths and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Start small. Don't expect to become a model of patience overnight. Begin with small, manageable steps, like waiting patiently in line. Remember, patience is a journey, not a destination. Patience isn't just about making life more pleasant, it's about deepening our relationship with God. When we practice patience, we are essentially saying to God, "I trust you. I believe in your timing, even when it's different from mine." This kind of surrender is at the heart of spiritual growth. It allows us to let go of our need for control and rest in the assurance that God is in control. Impatience is like trying to force open a rosebud before it's ready to bloom. We might end up with a damaged flower, but patience is like providing the rosebud with the right conditions, sunlight, water, and time, and then marveling at its beauty when it unfolds naturally. I've seen firsthand the transformative power of patience in my own life and the lives of others. I've met single mothers who patiently raised their children alone, trusting God to provide. Entrepreneurs who faced countless rejections before seeing their dreams realized. And people battling serious illnesses who found peace and strength in God. Sarah dreamed of marriage and children but started to lose hope in her late 30s. She questioned God's plan, but chose to surrender her desires. She focused on her relationship with Him. She poured herself into work, friendships, and church. Then, she met the man who would become her husband. They now have 2 children and a life filled with love and joy. Sarah's story reminds us that God's timing is perfect, even when we don't understand it. It encourages us to never give up hope, to keep trusting, and to find joy in the journey. If you found inspiration in these stories, consider sharing your own journey with patience and growth. Join our community, and let's support each other in this path. Visit our website for more resources, and connect with others who are on the same journey. Remember, patience is a superpower we can all cultivate. Patience may not be the most glamorous virtue, but it is one of the most powerful. It's the quiet strength that helps us persevere through challenges, the unwavering faith that sustains us during times of waiting, and the deep trust in God's plan that allows us to embrace the journey, knowing He is with us every step of the way. Remember, patience is a gift we give ourselves. It's the choice to trust in God's timing, to find contentment in the present moment, and to believe that the greatest blessings often come after the most difficult seasons. Embrace the wait, for it is in the waiting that we grow, learn, and become more like Christ.